you're good. If you want to be even more, and you can do the other direction. So people will ask questions about the eye area, and the eye area you actually can get with this roller. You lift up the brow and you're going to roll on the lid, and then you can also do the under eye as well. But there's this little stamping device that's going to make this an easier process for you. So this is our little stamp, and this is kind of securely sealed. One of the things that you want to make sure is that you're not sharing your roller with anyone. So don't share it with your husband, don't share it with your kids. It's your roller. We all have certain bacteria that are present on us that we don't want to share these. So here's the little stamp. Looks like a little chest pawn to me. And so what you're going to do is this little guy is just stamped. So you're just going to go in an overlapping motion, and you can go all around the eye area. So this is something too that if you're interested in the whole concept, you can start with the stamp, see how you do with it, and you can always add the roller on after. This is also a little stamp that when Dr. Fernandez travels, he just takes his stamp with him to lighten his packing. So while this stamp can be used on very small spaces or hard to reach spaces like the eye area, it's also great for around the nose, the upper lip. And some people say that they feel the stamp a little bit more, but none of these should be an unpleasant sensation. You see how her skin's not really getting red, she's not in any kind of discomfort. So this is the little stamp, and that's how it works.
How long do the rollers last and the stamps last? What's the...
So you're going to see, we have little brochures that will help you understand the rolling process, and it will actually give you, I had some sitting up here. It will actually give you specific details on it. It's hard to give a shelf life to a product that's not active. The little stamp should be replaced after about 6 months of daily use. The plastic roller that we have that you saw here, this can last up to 2 years if you're caring for it properly. The way that the container was designed, it's like a holster. So it's going to hold your roller in place and suspend your needles. It should touch the case or your face, nothing else. You don't want to be putting it on hard surfaces or because you don't want to dull your needles, and you also don't want to expose it to bacteria on these surfaces. So if you're taking good care of it so that you're not laying it around surfaces, and then also when you soak it, you can soak it right in its little case. So you can put your cleansing solution right in the case and soak it. Set a timer on your phone. You don't want it lasting longer than 20 minutes setting in there. All of these things can help to dull your needles, and that's why you would eventually have to replace it. So this can last up to 2 years. The gold roller can last up to 5 years. And this one has more needles. It's a little bit longer in length, but then also it is actually plated in 14 karat gold. So when you're done with it, you can melt it down, make some jewelry. But this one is, gold is naturally antibacterial. So it's his finest crafted roller. All of his rollers are made with the highest quality surgical stainless steel. So while they may be tiny, they're very effective. Okay, so you've seen the gist of the rollers. And so now you can start applying your product. So the first thing I want to apply to her is an eye product. And so I'm going to do that first. And this is our Sequence Eye Gel. So it has those staple vitamins, vitamin A, C, and E. But then this one has peptides. And peptides, Dr. Fernandez feels, is the biggest breakthrough since vitamin A. So peptides can communicate directly with different cells in the skin and trigger them to do things. So these peptides are targeted towards our favorite cells, the fibroblasts. And these are the cells that produce our collagen and elastin. So the peptides are going to help boost her collagen production in this delicate eye area. And there's one peptide in here that's actually a relaxing peptide. So it's going to soften the muscle contractions that make those fine lines around the eye seem more pronounced. So this one can go all over the lid, under the eye. Some people even use it on upper lips if you have fine lines on the upper lips. So there's your eye product. You can never start too soon on an eye gel. It's the thinnest, the skin on your eyes is the thinnest skin on the entire body. It's going to show wear and tear faster than other areas. So ideally you would start young. Now, because pigmentation is a cause of concern for Lisa, I'm going to use our clarifying lotion. We're a hydroquinone-free line, so we're not using this harsh bleaching agent on our skin. It's actually 1,000 times more powerful than bleach and was never designed for the skin. So we don't recommend using hydroquinone, but we do know that we could add certain ingredients that help with the lightening process. So along with her vitamin A and C, the clarifying lotion is going to help to block the 4 main distribution pathways of pigmentation. So what you can do is you could spot treat specifically on her areas of pigmentation, or you could do a full application. So you're just gonna see, you're actually massaging it right into the pigmentation.
And that's different than toner?
This is called the clarifying lotion. It's a liquid consistency. So it has different properties. If you were in a bind, you could use it, but ideally he designed it to use after cleansing and truncking. So this is using that niacinamide that I had mentioned earlier and another ingredient called Sepi White MSH. It blocks our melanin stimulating hormone, and that is the trigger to our pigmentation production.
It works really well. It's amazing. And it feels good. It doesn't feel, it feels a little sticky, but not uncomfortable.
So
Daytime or night?
day and night, and it's safe to use all year round. You never have to take a break of it. It's even safe to use during pregnancy when we can develop hormonal-based pigmentation called melasma. So this is something that you could use until the end of your days and not ever have an issue or to have to come off of it. Okay, so now this is when at Environ we love our cocktails. So this is where you can start cocktailing together some treatment products. So of course we're gonna make sure that she has her vitamins. So I'm gonna put 2 pumps of a sequence serum, and this has vitamins A, C, and E, essential antioxidants, and peptides for collagen stimulation. I'm going to cocktail 1 pump of our new product, the Avance DFP. This is Dez's latest invention. This is his peptide moisturizer. So this has things like hyaluronic acid and vitamin E for hydration, but also 3 very powerful peptides that will stimulate that fibroblast cell. And this is the cell that gets really sluggish as we age, and it's not giving us very good output of collagen and elastin. It's not giving us very good quality of collagen and elastin. So we want to wake up that cell and really have it producing the way it should be. So I'm just going to put 1 pump into my cocktail. And then I'm going to put in some of our sequence cream. This is designed, it has lots of vitamin C in it, as well as other antioxidants that will particularly help Lisa because it's going to be vitamin C will help with her pigmentation, along with collagen stimulation, and the antioxidants will help protect her from the sun that is pigmenting her skin to begin with. So we'll put that in here as well. So once I have it all together, you can mix it in the palm of your hand. And then you're just going to apply it to the entire face and neck. You can get close to the eye area. You can even go over the eye area if you're not using an eye gel. And then any leftover, you can either take down to the chest area or you can put on the tops of your hands. I always feel my hands getting really hot when driving, and so we're getting a lot of sun damage on those areas too. So it could be as simple as that. You can make it as simple of a regimen or as advanced as a regimen just based on your skincare needs. Now if you're really good, after you've taken care of your face and neck, then you're going to take care of the body, and that's where our Dermalac and our body oil come in. So the Dermalac lotion is full of lactic acid, and lactic has been around and used cosmetically for so many years. Cleopatra used to bathe in milk. It was hydrating and lightening, and then of course we're mixing it with vitamin A, C, and E, but it's in a jojoba oil that's really great at hydrating and moisturizing the skin. If you haven't seen this picture, this was actually Dr. Fernandez's piano teacher. So after 8 months of using this, you can see that her skin is drastically changed. The Dermalac lotion is also really good to help you if you have the little bumps on the backs of your arms and legs. It's called Keratosis Pilaris. It's not really that big of a deal, but it's just those little hair follicles that get plugged. So cosmetically, we want it to feel smoother. So this can be used for that purpose.